You guys were the first team to actually receive funding from Antler. Do you mind sharing how much money was a part of the investment? And what do you think made Antler invest in you?
So in our cohort, uh, it was the fifth cohort. Uh, every year there are two cohorts, I suppose, and we were a part of the later part of 2024 cohort, and it was called Antler India Residency, that is AIR 5. I mean, I really like the way they have put it out as AIR 5 because back in college we used to have like, I mean, we used to have AIR 1, 2, 3, right? The All India rank used to come out, and then there is All India Radio as well. So AIR synchronous to all of these things. So yeah, that they have like a very the terms and condition and everything is already shared as soon as you join the cohort, right? It's basically you get like a $500,000. Uh, the funding part basically is $250,000 for 9%. Uh, this is constant for all the teams that are or all the teams that get formed in the inter-residency cohort, and this is constant. Uh, for us specifically, it was for us, it was like a grind. After we finalized our third co-founder, we finalized this is what we are going to build. This is what we have conviction on. This is how we look at the future. Once we did that, uh, then we had to probably literally share it with our champion, saying that so our champion was Himang, uh, and we had to probably uh, build a conviction with him, saying that listen, this has potential. We feel it, we see the numbers, and we have done the maths as well. And the other part is once we share it with him, we have to probably track out of the residency program. So basically, tracking out or moving out of the cohort is basically now you have formed a team. You probably do like a bunch of so there is like a bunch of Excel forms wherein there is co-founder matching, and you adhere that adhere to basically. So there are a lot of questions that co-founders doesn't ask themselves. Basically, how much time will you work on this? It cannot be like I am all into this. So you are all into this, I understand, but there has to be a discipline to this, right? It cannot be like 24 hours. So you tell me a commitment. So these tougher questions is when you track out of the cohort, you get to answer those questions with like your buddy, right? And if there is anything that is like uh, with their past experience, this is like a signal, they probably call that out, right? You go through that process. Uh, you share that this is what wait, this is what you are convicted about. They will also probably double click and say, okay, we also have like the champion will also say, yeah, I also have a conviction. Let's build a case together and go to an associate partner. This happens right after you form a team, and then you sit with the associate partner. Now there are like really tough questions that comes through. What if, I mean, whatever you are doing is, I mean, with AI, anybody can build this. What's your moat, right? Things like that. Tougher questions comes, and then we see, and then the associate partner double checks saying if there is a thesis that can be built over here, or if there is a thesis that is already there and this can be a part of it, right? Then that double clicking happens, and once that happens, then basically you present it to the partners, and then you get the term sheet. So it's again, so the cohort is basically, so all of this happens in like 90 to 100 days. So basically, we start in August, September, October, November. I think December is when we got the term sheet.
When did you have this conversation with Himang that, hey, this is the idea, this is my team, this is the um, space that they're going after? We had a lot of conviction. You had that August, September, October. You had the conversation October, you had that during the cohort itself.
Once we finalize our co-founder, Swapnil, uh, we basically shared that the space is clear, the data set that we're going to create, that is also clear. And we're going to do something around this data. So we started like getting them onto the same page right from the next month itself. I mean, September itself, that the data set is of value. We have validated that. We have had like 100 plus hours of conversations. We have recordings. We have everything. That part was sorted. But what to do with the data? Like when Swapnil comes in, and he also gave us like a vision that, you know, these are different cuts that can be done using this data. So we started getting them onto the same page. It's not like a one shot do, like this is what it is. No, we started onboarding them from the the fourth week of the first month itself. And maybe it was early for us because we were like working 12, 15 hours a day, because uh, for us it was like we left Surat, we went to Bangalore, we are paying rent. Uh, I mean, my wife, she was here in Surat. My co-founder's wife, she was here in Surat, and we were like, we were everything was high stakes. So we were literally into this. So that's why I think uh, one of the reasons was putting in the hard work and getting like an output in like fourth or fifth week. And the obviously some energy which got our friend. We meet our friend in Bangalore, and it was like you can't probably put a timeline or any theory to it. It was just random.
So spoke to Himang, you said on the fourth or fifth week.
Yeah.
And then once he was convinced as well, when he spoke to the associate partner, that was which week? Sixth, eighth?
I think yes, 6 to 8 is when. So it was just not one conversation. It was again getting him onto the same page that we look at the market like this.
Makes sense. And then post that, going and speaking to the partners, I'm assuming Nitin and
Rachi.
in terms of the money, you said that the Antler residency program, it was $500,000, but you guys got $250,000 for 9% of the business. What was the other 250K? Was it a convertible note? How was that sort of structured?
They have something called as ARC that you get while you see the term sheet. ARC is Antling Rolling Commitment. So they give the other 250K for your next round. The whole goal is to have like $1 million in a year, right? Uh, so so currently we have like 250K for 9% in our bank account, and the next 250K is for the next round, so that you go out and probably just fill the other part.
It's kind of like a convertible note at some sense, where it's better for the founders in a lot of ways, as long as you guys do well, which I'm sure you will, in terms of actually getting a higher valuation. So it's probably not 250K for 9%, it might be 250K for 2% or 3%. Hope.
Exactly. And in the next round you don't have to dilute the other 9% basically. Uh, you can prorate it to the terms and condition based on the other next round. Yeah. So I think in that case, and you get a head start. You already have like a 250K already filled in your account in the round. So I think that also helps.